the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. Tonight's broadcast will feature the Milwaukee Bucks as they go up against the Brooklyn Nets. And for Brooklyn, they struggled in this matchup last season. Only one win for them through 4 games. They'd like to make a statement tonight. The Nets are a team that have made the playoffs in each of the last 3 seasons, but have yet to make a deep playoff run. Kenny, what do you think they need to accomplish this season in order to have it be considered successful?
Well, another trip to the playoffs would be nice, but, just getting to the first round and losing, that's not going to cut it. You have to be able to take that chemistry and cohesiveness to the next level.
I kind of wonder what their mentality is. They only won 38 games last year, but they made the playoffs. So are they happy they made the playoffs? In my opinion, they need to be better than 500 to be a success this year.
And with that, it is just about time for the tip we'll see at halftime.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We've got the Milwaukee Bucks taking on the Brooklyn Nets. And the injury to Blake Griffin. This is really the big news here, Clark.
Well, it's going to be a few weeks until he's back, but that's not as bad as it could have been. It could have been much worse. In the end, given the way it looked when he was helped off the court last game, I think he'd consider that good news.
I don't think there's any doubt. When you watch that live, that injury seemed to be far worse. So still, small comfort for him having to sit these next few weeks out, but hopefully he'll be back soon.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Holiday out there with Teague. Then it's Chris Middleton. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Lopez in at center. Now here's Middleton following the miss by Paul Millsap. And it's Middleton penetrating. Leaps for it. Stolen by Monroe. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance. That's good. Irving's got the first points of the night for the Nets.
And that's how you take the steal and turn it into a transition opportunity.
I think that's the perfect time to do it, Greg. Those few seconds after the turnover, strike right away because the defense has no chance to get organized.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Good call.
One shot.
Lopez, no good on the free throw.
And Brook Lopez, guys, started the season as the starting center for the Nets last year, but it didn't end up that way.
Now here's Harden. Really played well against Memphis in his last outing. Clock at 6. Irving for 3. Rebounded by the Bucks. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And believe it or not, it wasn't the stars that led the charge for them in that win. It was about the role players. The guys who they don't usually count on for the lion's share of their points came through.
Guys, simply a complete team performance, and road wins where everybody contributes really can galvanize a team and bring it together.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
And Teague, here we go. And Durant sends it back. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Holiday. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Offensively, 1 of 4 to start. They're still trying to find their stroke.
Irving kicks to Durant. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
All right, a chance to check out the numbers for Harden. He's coming off an excellent season. Last season, 27 points per. 7 assists and 5 rebounds. So much of what this team does revolves around his offense.
Well, his mindset allows him to stack those points up. He wants to carry the load, and clearly he does.
Teague, the pass to Lopez. Kicks to Middleton. And that misses. That would have put him up. Nets have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Durant against Teague. The 15-footer. And it's Durant missing.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Teague dishes to Lopez. Middleton outside. Wants to get it to Antetokounmpo and does. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Now, here is Irving. Another guy who really kicked it up a notch for his team in that Grizzlies game. That's good.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Here's Teague. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Offline with his 3. Irving attacking outside Durant. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Durant's got 5 now.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
Irving against Teague. There's the pick. Middleton left side. Off target on the 15-footer. Nets leading by 3. Irving kicks to Harden. Monroe against Lopez. The 17-footer. Again, the Nets for 2. Last game for Brooklyn, they picked up the W against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
And how about the accuracy that was on display from three-point range in that game? They were lethal.
Yeah, splashing those threes as they did really allowed them to continuously deflate that crowd and keep them at bay. Boy, that was a nice road win for them, no doubt.
And here's Irving. And Giannis Antetokounmpo made that last 3-pointer. Puts it up from 15. Durant, no good. The Bucks have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Here's Teague. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. In the hoop for his 3rd make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest. Here's Irving. Well, Milwaukee last year became just the 19th in NBA history to go from Greg being the worst in the league to a playoff team.
Unbelievable what they accomplished. And they had a tough matchup in the first round with the playoff season Bulls, however. Things didn't go well, but they did get some valuable experience from that effort.
And the shot is good. Bucks trail by 3. Teague with the ball. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Well, as you said, guys, I mean, the Bucks struggled early in their series against the Bulls, but they got the momentum and forced a game 6, but then were blown out at home to end the series. Ended up losing by 54. That's right, 54. Wow.
Now here's Monroe. 17 points for him last game against the Grizzlies in Memphis. Holiday, the pass to Teague. Back to Holiday. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And the layup's good off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got 9.
And as you said, the Bucks lost on their home floor. One thing about that series is the Bucks introduced their new logo. They gave away free playoff tickets to anyone that turned in their old red gear. Not a bad deal in my book.
Johnson, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And then for Milwaukee, Henson comes in for Brook Lopez. And Jabari Parker subbed in for Chris Middleton. The Nets with the lead. Outside Irving. Passes it to Monroe. Dishes to Durant. Fires from 14. Second chance shot. And it's laid in by Monroe.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Now here's Teague. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Holiday, no one around him. That's good, and so Teague with the assist.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Johnson dishes to Irving. On the wing, Harden, guarded by Holiday. Goes up the baseline, and he hits the jump shot. Harden's got 5. For Milwaukee, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Teague kicks to Holiday. Henson, a screen on Harden. Jumper off the screen. That one bounces around and comes back out.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
Now here's Teague. Outside Holiday. Again, Holiday missing.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Johnson the screen. Pass to Irving. Takes a 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one.
And they were able to take the season series in that matchup last year. But overall, two teams that were very similar in the standings.
Yeah, they were able to make the plays to come out on top, but it really could have gone either way, and you could say the same for tonight's game.
Al Harden following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. Johnson, the pass to Durant. Shot clock at 6. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Here's Irving. And, yep, finally drops it, rolling around the rim. Now it's a 7-point Nets lead.
Kyrie Irving made his first playoff appearance last season with the Cavs, and individually got a big $90 million max extension as well. He's in a really good spot in his career at this point.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. And speaking of Irving's star status, last season a signature shoe in his name. I see, in fact, that you and Clark are wearing them tonight. That's always a big deal.
Kevin, that's an elite club to be in. Only the true superstars get that kind of status. He certainly got the flash to go with the substance.
Booker, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Mills comes in for Kyrie Irving. Milwaukee also making some changes. O.J. Mayo, he's checked in for Holiday. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Teague. Mayo against Harden. Here's Henson. Comes up empty down low.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Now here's Mills. It's Harden with the drive, and Henson sends it back. That's good. And Milwaukee has possession. 9-point game. Parker outside. Mayo up top. Right wing. Parker against Johnson. Shot clock at 5. They need this, and it's laid in by Parker.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
Now, here is Harden. He's got 5.
Just call him the beard. James Harden, not just iconic, but also entering the conversation for the best player in the NBA.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
Another thing they've been doing so far tonight is knocking down the jump shot.
They throw good, James Harden. The Nets making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. Harden hits them both.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Mayo kicks to Parker. Mayo with a screen on Johnson. Bayless dishes to Mayo. Pass to Parker. The rebound by Harden. And speaking of Harden and being the best, he'd certainly tell you so. He referred to himself as the best all-around player in the league. What do you think?
And I think he's right in that category. A lot of people laughed him off when he said that, but he's been a legitimate MVP candidate. His defense has gotten better, and obviously his offensive game is off the charts.
Shots good by Mills.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out. Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Now here's Mills. Picked him clean. Now Bayless. Unloads from 13. And Henson kicks to Parker. No one near Mayo as he lets it go. And it's good on the assist by Parker.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Nets leading by 7. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. And here's Harden. 7 points in the game. 6 on the shot clock. Pulls up. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Seven seconds left to play in the first. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrated.
D cannot forget about him like that. He'll light you up big time.
Harden. And so the first quarter is in the books. Brooklyn ahead. They lead by 5. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. And Kevin Durant, former MVP, still feels like he has room to grow, and he gives us some insight into that philosophy. Well, the will seems to be there, Greg, but Kevin Durant seems surrounded by uncertainty. Can he get that and stay healthy for the entire season? How does he work with his new coach? Where does he really want to be?
You know, the truth is, no one but Kevin knows the answers to those questions. And quite frankly, he may not know right now what those answers are. He's a very unique and introspective kind of guy, as we all saw when he accepted that MVP award a couple years ago. So let's just stay tuned on this one.
And welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. More action in store as the Flares get ready to go, having a nice break to get hydrated with Gatorade. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
I tell you what, the scoring has come in threes for the most part here so far.
Every time down the floor, it seems they're knocking down the triple.
Setting the floor for the Bucks. Jared Bayless is out there with Mayo. Then it's Brook Lopez. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Parker in a power forward. Just 2 to shoot. Irving can't hit. Bucks trail by 3. Middleton inside the three-point line. And the shot no good, a bit short. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Nets were the hottest team and story a few years back, certainly, but last season they were put up for sale, surprisingly to some, Clark, midway through the year.
Yeah, that was odd timing given the new arena and rebranding. I mean, you would think after all that effort to rebuild the team, you would see it through.
Now here's Mills, offline with his three. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Shot's good by Middleton.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
And for the Nets being put up for sale, a big part of it was they were a team that was supposed to compete for titles. And since the move to Brooklyn, they have had trouble going deep in the playoffs.
Now here's Millsap. An 11-point game for him in the win against Memphis.
And don't forget about his work on the glass. I mean, he contributed in a number of ways.
Milwaukee with the ball. Following the miss by Paul Millsap. Here is Bayless. He's covered by Irving. Middleton inside the three-point line. That's good, and so Bayless with the assist. 6 points for Chris Middleton.
And you know, with Brooklyn, I don't think anybody wants to take over a team in a rebuild mode. I mean, that's what the Nets seem to be looking at for the next few seasons. They had their shot, went all in with some of their decisions, unfortunately came up short.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up, and Clark, the dunk, caps it off.
Well, you know, for me, guys, it's all about positioning and anticipation on those screen plays, and they got it right there.
Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, it reminds me of that Cameo song, Back and Forth.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
And guys, when you look at O.J. Mayo's statistics over the past few years, nothing really stands out. But then you watch him in games, especially in clutch moments, and he can seem like the most dangerous guy on the floor. A scary, deep-range shooter who loves to take defenders one-on-one.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Monroe's checked in for Thomas Robinson, and Kevin Durant is subbed in for Johnson. Drew Holiday is checked in for Milwaukee. Teague comes in for Jared Bayless. Now, here is Irving. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Here's Millsap. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made. For Milwaukee, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Lopez, a screen on Durant. Middleton drives in. Paul Millsap with the rebound. Millsap's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Puts it up off the inbound, and Durant gets it to go. The assist by Monroe. 10 points for Kevin Durant.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
In transition, here come the Nets. Here's Mills. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup. Now it's a 4-point Nets lead. Milwaukee's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Holiday, the pass to Teague. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Last year, a good one for Jeff Teague, Clark. He was a first-time All-Star in this league.
He's a pick-and-roll technician, so good in reading the defense as he operates from that spot on the floor. He was really the catalyst for what was a really efficient offense for the Hawks.
Shoot 2. Shoot 2.
Free throw good, Teague.
And Jeff Teague, a real speed merchant. I mean, very tough to stay in front of. He can put you on skates, blow by, and get right to the rim.
And so Teague hits 2 free throws.
And guys, Jeff Teague, an attack guard. He's just an average three-point shooter, but he gets to the free throw line in bunches, shoots at a high percentage, and has really revolved, I think, into one of the elite point guards in the league.
Shot's good by Mills.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output.
Now here's Teague. 9 points last game. Lopez a screen. Teague dishes to Holiday. No good. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. And after this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta where they'll take on the Hawks. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Irving with the ball. Picked up by Teague. Here's Durant. Can't get it to go. Great D that time from Middleton.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Lopez a screen. Middleton drives in. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now here's Mills. 7 points in the game. He dishes it to Millsap. In the corner, Irving with it. Just 5 to shoot. The 3 from Mills. It's rebounded by Teague. Bucks trail by 3. On up the court. And the dunk by Parker.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Here's Irving following the bucket by the Bucks. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for 1 more.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
James Harden, he's checked in for the Nets.
One shot.
The free throw off from Irving. You have to love the newest stadium in the NBA here at Barclays. Very state-of-the-art, outstanding facility.
Yeah, the Nets have a nice home here. I bet they wish they were stronger here at home. Finished under 500 last season with a record of 19-22.
Holiday gets the bucket. Here's Irving. He's got 6. Harden outside. Millsap sets the pick for Harden. 6 to shoot. And Millsap, here we go. The turnaround J. Rebound, Milwaukee. Holiday's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And you know, guys, that 19-22 record here in Brooklyn certainly a stain for the Nets. I mean, they would be the only team to make the playoffs in the NBA last year with a losing record at home.
Now here's Middleton. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Raptors in Toronto.
And also, he competed on the backboards. That also had a lot to do with the game.
And that one's good. Millsap.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
And with the Nets' struggles at home last season, they were simply outshot in this building. Also, they were the 2nd worst in rebound differential at home, meaning they got killed on the glass here.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Kyrie Irving may be the best ball handler in the league. There are a lot of guys with a good handle. He is definitely in the top 5. If not, he's got to be in the conversation.
And arguably the most talented player at his position. I mean, he can get wherever he wants to on the court. He's athletic, an unbelievable finisher as well. I think that's something that oftentimes gets underrated. Maybe the best finisher in the game.
Agreed. Booker, he's checked in for Paul Millsap. Henson's checked in for the Bucks. Antetokounmpo comes in for Parker. And so it's Milwaukee with it. They trail by 3. And Holiday kicks to Teague. Henson with it. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Toronto. Fires the 3. And it's Teague. That time on the assist by Middleton. Teague's got it all tied up now for Milwaukee.
And you know, Kyrie Irving really ambidextrous as a ball handler because you can't play him to one side, and he's ambidextrous as a finisher too. He's so creative and crafty. Terrific at the rim with both hands.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Milwaukee's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Middleton drives in. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Middleton's got the lead up to 2 now for the Bucks.
And one thing about Irving's ball handling, he does a great job of protecting the ball. A very low rate of turnovers for a player as aggressive as he is on the bounce.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Brooklyn's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Harden outside, the dish to Durant. Irving against Teague. 5 to shoot. Now here's Irving. Not a lot of room. And Henson sends it back.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Chris Middleton. How he performed last season. Put up about 13 points per, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And I think he's got to be pretty pleased with his output. And you know he's always looking to push himself.
Yeah, you know, really solid numbers across the board here, Greg. I mean, he contributes in a multitude of ways for this club.
Now here's Antetokounmpo following the miss by Kyrie Irving. Stolen by Monroe. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
And Greg Monroe really has had a good young career despite playing out of position for much of it. He has the size and skill set of an agile center, but was made to play power forward in Detroit once they drafted Andre Drummond, and that took some getting used to.
And that one falls for Monroe. We're talking about Greg Monroe, and Greg, you gave us a nice little synopsis. He doesn't have, Clark, the long-range jumper teams are now asking out of that position in this day and age in the NBA.
Yeah, more teams want that stretch power forward. He's not super athletic. Where he does his greatest damage is in the painted area, and there's still value in that.
And what a double-double machine Greg Monroe is becoming. Top 6 for power forwards last season. Top 5 for centers. And his game is only continuing to evolve.
Here is Harden after Drew Holiday's score. Harden the pass to Johnson. Holiday with the defensive effort. Milwaukee leading by 5. Well, Greg, the thing about Monroe, we knew he was a prolific scorer and a rebounder when he was a 5-star recruit out of high school. So Clark, this is nothing new for him.
I think what you see, Kevin, is the added muscle coming into play and benefiting. He's just an average athlete, but being stronger makes him more effective.
Harden's shot is off. Milwaukee's gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. And here's Mayo from beyond the arc. That's good, and so Bayless with the assist. Bayless has got his 4th assist in this one. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 6 from 3-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let him fly. Now here's Harden. He has 7. Outside Irving. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Mark, when you take a look at John Henson, you see one thing, length.
Yeah, a lot of it, too. I mean, he measures 6'9" with a 7'5" wingspan at the 2012 NBA Combine. His standing reach is actually 3.5 inches greater than that of Anthony Davis. Wow.
Wow is right. That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
And talking about Henson, obviously the great length helps him as a shot blocker. The young center is also very quick off his feet. He's averaged around 2.5 blocks a game over the past 2 seasons. He's also been contributing some as a rebounder, though really needs to add some weight to kind of take it to that next step.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
Getting back to Henson, last year was an odd one for him. I mean, he was starting. Then in February, he was benched in favor of Zaza Pachulia. That might be a hint to Henson that he needs to put a little more work into his game to maintain a place in the rotation.
And here is Johnson following the 3 from Drew Holiday. Johnson outside. Robinson against Henson. Here's Johnson. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Johnson's got his first points of the game.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
And trailing in this game, now is not the time to start playing conservatively. I mean, if you've got an open look from deep, let it go. I mean, you've got to play freely and with confidence.
Irving dishes to Robinson. Outside Irving. There's the pick. Johnson outside. Robinson a screen on Antetokounmpo. Johnson's shot is off.
Well, use his body well to lean around the defender. It's always going to be difficult to convert that shot, though.
Now here is Holiday. 11 points for him in that last game against Toronto. Here's Antetokounmpo. Johnson with the defensive effort.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
And we've reached halftime in this one. Bucks lead by 8. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, we have Brooke Lopez with us. What's the attitude you have as a team right now?
Oh, I'm so excited. You know, it's really thrilling to come out with such a great group of guys every night, you know, and play basketball. You know, it's a lot of fun.
Brooke, thank you very much. Kevin, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be looking back at the game's first half. It was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 13 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Shaq, let's get your take on Milwaukee.
Well, Ernie, Kenny, the offense was running really well, and their shooting percentage was outstanding, and it wasn't just luck. It's because the offense never allowed the opposing defenders to get comfortable.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Brooklyn?
Their inaccuracy from behind the arc was brutal. Shot selection, I didn't see any. The perimeter offense they're running, you could scrap that. They need to get back to the basics. Pound it inside, more pick and roll. Try to pick up some easy buckets in transition.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.